Okay, guys, welcome back to the show. And my headset just broke, so I'm using a handheld microphone like a bit of a fucking idiot. But here we are anyway. We're here. Mr. Michael Larkin has returned again, and we are here to talk about LFC 37 Return to the Mansion. How are you, Mike?
Oh, dude, I am great. It's an exciting time as well. LFC 37 back to the mansion is next week, Valentine's Day, Tuesday night. We got a hell of a card, man. I'm excited. It's great to talk to you as always, Maurice.
Valentine's Day in Las Vegas. It doesn't really get much better than this, does it?
Not at all. I mean, especially with the crop of talent that we're going to discuss in today's forum, man. Like, you can't beat it. There's top names, there's newcomers. It's lingerie fighting championships. What else needs to be said?
And I hear a little rumor that maybe Las Vegas might be hosting a few more shows in the future. I won't discuss it in detail, but we'll just have to watch this space.
I'm just going to say LFC in 2023. It's going to be a good year. It's going to be a good year.
Yeah. And with regards to this event, then, are you working at this one?
This one I will not be. AJ Kirsch will be back in his ring announcing role, but in the future shows, I absolutely look forward to whether it be a commentary role or a ring announcing role. Just put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. That's how I view it.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. And look, what's the significance of this venue, man? Because it looks really cool, and obviously back to the mansion is what it says. So it has been here before.
Yes, well, it's Las Vegas. It's a mansion that's being rented out. I mean, it's the first time that we're actually doing like a mansion thing where it's really has that overall flavor to it. I mean, the best way I can describe it is when you've done casino shows for LFC, whether it be Sam's Town in Las Vegas, whether you're a mansion, it's the fight capital of the world. It's an amazing venue, and it's something that attracts a lot of people. And it just also showcases where the future of LFC is going, whether it be here, casinos, what have you. It just means and it really encompasses and showcases why LFC is just on the up and up. And I mean, when you have a show that's in a mansion, right? You know what I'm saying? Champagne wishes, caviar dreams, to say rest in peace to Robin Leach, to my pop culture nerdiness coming out there. Can you get any better, man? But yes, it's just significance because it's a mansion and it's a hell of a good time for everybody involved.
And of course, good-looking girls in a mansion. A lot of people would put two and two together and come up with the Playboy Mansion as well for that. And this event, though, it's not open to the public as far as I'm aware, is it? So what's the situation there?
So if you go to lfcfights.com, check it out, $19.99, and you can become a VIP member. So it's $20 for the pay-per-view, but also free for the VIP member. So if you're a VIP member, you know what's up. But $20 is a hell of a deal for the pay-per-view. Everything can be listed. It's all listed right in front on the lfcfights.com website.
Yeah, and as far as shows going into the future, then we can probably expect to see crowds back pretty soon then after this event as well.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, doing the last event in May of 2022 at the Booty Camp 4, everybody was hot. It was popping. A lot of great talents. You know, Jolene X made her return against Jenny Bloody Valentine in the main event. A lot of new prospects came in as well, such as Carmen Valentina and Courtney Coco Loco Pemberton. So, I mean, it was a blast. I mean, Vegas and the FSW Arena, Future Stars of Wrestling, which has featured great alumni such as Eli Drake, and Karrion Kross, who is now both in WWE. You can't get any better, man, from the wrestling side of things. So, I mean, whether it's FSW and now Mansion, I mean, we're moving on up to the east side to that deluxe apartment in the sky, Maurice.
I'm going to say it again, and I say it every time. I think the Lingerie Fighting Championships needs to come back to Europe. Just
Oh,
putting it out there again because I know Sean Donnelly's going to be watching this.
yes, he is. But, man, it's Slovakia, man. We got Bratislava back in the day from LFC 24. Come on back. It's been a while. I agree.
So if it does come back to Europe, I'm hoping to see you over here. If not, I would hope to see you in Philadelphia next year. I'm not going to WrestleMania this year,
Oh,
but I will be there next year in
hey,
Philly.
man. You and me is a good time, whether it's on this show or just in real life and our face-to-face interaction, Maurice. I'm your Huckleberry. I got you.
Yeah, we'll get Mr. Donnelly to book in an LFC event in Philly for 2024. Hopefully,
Hey,
if you're watching, sir.
come on, Sean. Give us the Philly East Side, baby. East Side.
Yeah, yeah. Look, we're gonna have a look. I have there's three matches been announced on the Facebook page that went into individual details on them. Obviously, the rest of the fights are there as well, but some of those have changed, and we're going to talk about that as we go through it. So, I've just selected three fights here that we're going to go through, and here is the first one.
Woo!
So, Ruby Vuitton and Zia Faye.
Man, let me tell you something about these two. And this is why I say woo, Maurice, because this is the first time probably in LFC history. We have Ruby Vuitton, a.k.a. Ruby the Booty Vuitton. She's got that booty, trying to get to you in that booty. Again, Ziva Faye, known doing her thing in the session wrestling world, cat fighting, doing a lot of customs. These two have history outside of the LFC auspices. They're very good friends, but what happens when two good friends get in there in the opening bout of LFC 37 Back to the Mansion? I'm excited. Ziva Faye has been on the prospect list for so many years and such a long time, an adventure now. So here she is making her debut, and she's bringing her friend Ruby the Booty Vuitton, who has a great athletics about her as well, great look, much like Ziva. So I think the two chemistry outside of LFC, and they bring it into LFC. I can't wait.
Yeah, these are two girls that have never fought in the LFC as well. So it's kind of an unknown territory, I suppose, for fans that may not have seen them in other projects such as you.
Right. And that's the thing that I love about it too is, and man, and it's so open, like we mentioned, like there's new talents coming in, and this is what I love about it, the seriousness. It's the opening bat. It sets the tone for the evening. And I think for those who've not seen Ziva Faye or Ruby Vuitton, you are in for a treat. And it just goes to showcase what LFC brings: new people, new faces, and overall camaraderie that we see among the locker room.
Shall we have a look at another fight?
Yes, sir.
Monica Garcia and Shay Lynn. Obviously, like when I look at this one, and you're the expert, but I'm looking at matches that they've had, and I'm looking there 21 matches to 2 in favor of Monica. Does that play a factor here, or what's your thinking on this one?
I mean, Monica Flowerbomb Garcia, she was at the last show. She was in the judge's position. She has not been in a bout in LFC for about 2 years now. Her last bout was LFC 30, Born to be Wild, against Nico Garcia, better known to professional wrestling fans as La Rosa Negra. And Shay Lynn already has a 1-1 victory, LFC 35. She took on Sheeta the Hurricane Bathory. Came in on the losing end, but had a hell of a bout. Then we get to LFC 36 at the last one. She took she took a W against Bella Rockefeller. So she's 1-1, and both amazing talents. She has a bit of a size advantage, does Monica, over Shay Lynn. They've never faced each other. They've never touched. And I think for her first time, a veteran in LFC, being Monica Flowerbomb Garcia, winning that LFC championship back at LFC 23, it only says the caliber that Monica holds. I mean, she's the Flowerbomb Garcia. She's a powerhouse, but she's damn good looking at the same time. Same with Shay Lynn. So I think the two are going to gel very nicely. They're both very much excited, and it's a battle of the black team and the blue team.
Exactly, and that's the thing we need to address as well, just for people that are watching that don't know the way the teams work and what it means. Can you just explain the breakdown of the teams fighting at this event?
Absolutely. So the black team is coached by Leon Hader, who's an amazing coach, does what he does, encompasses so many talents, and is a great trainer in his own right. The pink team is coached by Coach Joel Kane. He has a little bit of a Weasley attitude with him. You know, he's kind of like Bobby the Brain Heenan of LFC. Very cunning, very conniving, maybe very unorthodox in his ways. But man, the pink team has been going on and on to the break of dawn, winning about 4 or 5 straight events against the black team. And the blue team, which is now the team Healthy Male, is coached by Audrey Monique. Healthy Male becoming a great sponsor for LFC. It gives you help if you have a little bit of hair loss, or if you got a little something going on down there, or hell, man, if you just want to get I see you, Maurice, or if you just want to get an app and get your fitness on, man, Healthy Male's your place.
Looks like I might need to go to healthymale.com and see if I can fix my hair.
Just fix a little bit, you know.
Yeah. I should have worn my hat. I should have worn my hat for this part. Look, we're going to look at another fight. Favorite of mine, Bella Madison. She was on the show. She's absolutely brilliant crack, as we'd say here in Ireland. That means she's good fun. It's nothing to do with cocaine. So what's your thinking on this one?
Dude, I love Bella Madison, man. She's a character. She's buck wild, a little bit extra against Sheena the Hungarian Hurricane Bathory. It's a rematch from LFC 36 Booty Camp 4, what a lot of people are calling the bout of the night at our last event, man. Sheena got the win there in the judge's decision, and it went the distance, man. 3 rounds. I'm very curious, and I'm really excited to see what they do going into their second bout. We're going to see how this tops what we saw back at LFC 36 Booty Camp 4. Sheena got the win. Bella's looking to get the W over, Sheena. And I mean, Sheena's doing her thing now on Power Slap on TBS. You know, Dana White's little thing there, the show there. She's an assistant judge. She's
What's the story with that? I just want to cut you off there. I've been hearing about it, but I haven't seen it. So what's she doing on that show?
She's an assistant coach. She was one of the participants who did the slap fighting, and she was so good that Dana White was so impressed that she made her an assistant coach on the show, man. It was a lot of fun. I mean, they're just about 2 or 3 episodes, I think, into the show now, and it's all about power slap fighting.
So they're literally just slapping each other in the face.
It's literally what it is. I mean, it's gotten a lot of positive feedback. It's got negative feedback. People say what they will. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. So it's just basically they're standing with their hands behind their back and then slap fighting. It's a concept. It's Dana White's brainchild, and now here we are.
And how does one win slap fighting?
For what I just saw from looking at it, it's the road to the title. They all go through, and whoever wins in their brackets, they fight for like this championship at this big event that they're going to have. So it's leading to this event that they're going to have for power slap. And so it's just, if you slap the hardest, or some of them will be like, you knocked out, or who has the bigger slap. It's a lot of different variations, but mostly there's a lot of like knockout stuff. And for those who've not seen it, it actually comes on right after Dynamite each and every Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern. So right after Dynamite, you get power slap.
That's pretty purposeful advertising there, I'd imagine, as well. Oh, and of course Dana would know all about slapping due to him being in the news lately, but we won't go into that.
Oh no,
we won't go into that here tonight. But that's all being addressed anyway. But look, both of these fighters have had 2 matches each, so this is going to be a pretty tight one and a hard one to call as well, isn't it?
Oh, for real, man. And I mean, Bella Madison coming in at LFC 35, much like Sheena, she took on Bella Rockefeller, and then her second bout being Sheena. Sheena took on Shaylin. Now she's taking on Bella Madison. They're newcomers, but they've made such a mark on the LFC universe and the overall LFC brand. I think these two are going to have, once again, the bout of the night. Every bout that we talked about here from the newcomers, from the veteran against the newcomer being Monica and Shay, I think this one also really sets the tone. Is going to be something that is really, really special. From the last one where we saw head scissors, we saw fall away slams, we saw cross bodies off the top. We have a lot of stuff from an aerial assault takedown. That's just, these women want it. They work their asses off, and god dang, it's a sight to see.
Yeah. And for people maybe that don't know the rules as well, like it's a mix of pretty much wrestling, MMA, that kind of thing. Like if you want to break down the rules quickly for anyone that might know.
Absolutely, Maurice.
You are the expert.
I don't know about that, but I love what I do, and I love the craft. But LFC, folks, it's a tagline. It's a little bit of MMA. It's a little bit of wrestling. It's a little bit of clothing. Basic rules here. 3 rounds, judge's decision. Sometimes we may do first round, second round, submissions. It's a ground and pound, no strikes to the face because you can't ruin this right here. So we get a nice little thing that really showcases their talents from the ground and pound side of things, the MMA side of things, the wrestling side of things. And hell, man, we might see a little bit of a wardrobe malfunction, as it always does sometimes happen here in the LFC Lingerie Fighting Championship. So it's a little bit of everything. It's a variety for the folks.
If someone was to strike someone in the head, what would happen? Would they be disqualified, or would they lose points, or what way does it work?
Perfect example of that. Back at LFC 20, Jenny Bloody Valentine, who's become a fan favorite and one of the veterans in LFC, she knocked down Riley Nuclear Harris, punched her in the face. She got disqualified. And it's one of the biggest hits on YouTube right now. For those who have not seen it, check out Jenny Bloody Valentine and Riley Nuclear Harris. LFC 20, she just, boom, clocked her right in the face, knocked her down, and Jenny got disqualified for that.
And did she get knocked out?
Oh, yeah, you got to watch it. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, it was something. It was something.
I'm going to check that out straight after this. And look, we're going to have a look at the rest of the card. I see there's a woman here that's front and center that a lot of people that watch this podcast know from the pro wrestling world. She's Mrs. Rob Van Dam, Katie Forbes, in the house as well.
Yes. Oh my goodness. So Katie Forbes, Katie the Bombshell Forbes, made her debut back at LFC 27 against Sheila Crash Cardinal. Then she made her return back at LFC 31 Booty Camp 2 against Selena De La Renta back in 2021. Now, 2 years later, we're going to get the rematch here at LFC 37 back to the mansion. Selena came out on top the last time and won that Booty Camp champ chain, which is now currently held by Jolene the Valkyrie Hex, the current reigning and defending LFC champion and European champion. But man, I look at Selena and Katie.
European champion. Just saying, European champion. Back to Europe. Okay.
Selena and Katie Forbes, man, they have such great chemistry, whether it be inside the LFC auspices or outside the ring. I mean, Katie, like you mentioned, Mrs. Rob Van Dam, Impact Wrestling. She was Chloe Hertz on Wow Women of Wrestling. You got Selena De La Renta from MLW, former tag team partner of Aria Blake, a.k.a. Ariana Blaze, who fought at the last LFC. They were the spoiled brats. I mean, you have such great, chemistry there. Selena's doing her thing with Alicia Toot. Man, there's so many great variables here because Selena and Katie Forbes was so upset that she lost at the last one that she just stormed out right after the victory and right after the overall bout. I mean, they went the distance. Will they go the distance here? Will Selena get 2 on her, or will Katie Forbes make it 1-1? I'm really excited for this, man. This is a main event. This is really something that sets the tone for what we do with LFC, from whether we have the crossovers from the wrestling side of things, the MMA side of things. Everybody wants to be a part of the party, and you should too, because we rocks the party that rocks the party, to quote MC Light.
And of course, another Bella in there as well. There's so many Bellas, Bella Inc. fighting as well.
Yes. So we got Holly Dunaway here. Unfortunately, Bella Inc. will not be on this card. Bella Rockefeller will be in her place. Holly Dunaway, hot stuff, Holly Dunaway. Baby deceive me. I feel like Donna Summer.
Bella for Bella.
Bella for Bella. Yes. I feel like Donna Summer up in here, man. Holly Hot Stuff Dunaway, Hall of Famer, 4-time pro boxing champion, Maurice, a stellar competitor and a sweetheart of a human being. There's actually a little poll going on right now on the Instagram and Facebook, folks. Holly Dunaway put up a video. You can comment, you can vote on what outfit you want to see her in. Do you want to see her in some blue? Do you want to see her in some red? Do you want to see her in some pink, like her team, the pink team? And she's taking on Bella Rockefeller, who's going to be on the black team this time. Bella Rockefeller's been on the pink team on the last one. She's been on the blue team, now Team Healthy Male. She's going around when it comes to the teams, man. And I think Bella Rockefeller is right now 0-2. So she's looking to get her first win against the debuting Holly Dunaway. And, man, she's hot stuff. She's not backing down, and she's ready to come in and strike and kick and rip some ass like she did in the boxing world. And Bella Rockefeller, desperate times call for desperate measures. She's looking to get that win, Maurice.
How I've always kind of wondered about this. How did the teams get assembled? Do the coaches have any input to that, or is that from the main man? Does he put it together? What way does it work in terms of who gets who? Do you know what I mean?
The best thing was, man, you got to look at LFC Exposed. I mean, for the history of the pink and black team is absolutely amazing. For those that don't know, LFC Exposed is the LFC reality series. Man, Coach Joe Kane was a part of the pink team. Leon Hader was his assistant. And then Mike Modest, yes, that Mike Modest from WCW and Beyond the Mat, was the coach of the black team. And then once everything went down, and as you'll see this on the LFC YouTube channel, Mike was out, Leon was in, is now the coach of the black team. So Leon went from being Joel's assistant to the coach of the black team, and that's where we've had this rivalry ever since for the last probably 4 or 5 years between Joel and Leon. And I mean, that's where it started. Leon becoming an assistant coach with Joel. Then Mike Modest is on his way out. Then boom, Leon's the coach, his mentor, his friend. Leon is now the coach of the black team. So it's a fun transition.
Yeah, I think people are really going to enjoy this show. And before we kind of wrap up and tell people where to go and everything, I just want to talk about you as well and your podcast, because you're, as I always say, you're the American version of me. You're always on the grind. You're putting up show after show after show after show. What's going on? I know you'll send me the links. You've got a lot of links, but you can send them to me later. I'll pop them underneath this video. What's going down on your channel and what's coming up?
Well, I will say this, man. LFC podcast, Lingerie Fighting Championships. The show is called Beauty, Strength, and Dominance, which stands for Beauty, Strength, and Dominance, the 3 key elements that make women the work of art that they are. Man, the latest episodes are out now at Ziva Faye and Ruby the Booty Vuitton. So if you want to hear them talk about their first round bout, you can go to my YouTube channel, Michael Larkin. Seasons 4, 5, and 6 of the LFC podcast is on lfcfights.com. Season 5 features this person over here, this face. I'm talking to you, Maurice. Maurice is a part of season 5, and you can see all the LFC podcasts on the LFC network on Roku. Man, for me, I got On the Mic with Mike. I got Steve and Mike show. I got the Stevie Nicks Experience. Myself and Steve Nicoforo are the S&M Steve and Mike show team, and we're on steveandmikeshow.com. We're on SoundCloud. We're on Spotify, Anchor, iHeart, Stitcher, wherever you get your audio platforms, and I'm just adding that more to my YouTube. So it's stuff that I've done from the audio form, transmogrifying to the video form. Man, I'm just living, but we got a lot of stuff coming, but mainly right now my focus is the LFC podcast. And besides that, man, like I told you, I'm all over the place. I'm doing some work for Capital Championship Wrestling, one of the fastest rising female promotions out there. They just had a badass show in New Jersey called CCW Victory. Man, we've had a lot of women come in there, from Willow Nightingale, from Sumi Sakai, legendary Sumi Sakai, Ultraviolet, a lot of people in the Northeast. Notorious Mimi, who was in WWE, Steph DeLander, the former Portia Parada, and NXT. So I'm just living, man. I'm just living.
Yeah. And yeah, we need to see more of that beautiful face. We need to have more video podcasts from you, because I said to you tonight, I said, we don't have any fighters on, so we're going to have to bring the sex appeal ourselves. I think we've done that. And do you know why?
Why?
Because there's a market for everyone.
We're real deal sex appeals. I mean, who doesn't want to see Maurice in his head where he was talking about wanting the hat? He wants to get on the Healthy Male app now. You know what I'm saying? Who wants to see my spikiness up in here? I look like electricity, like I'm Doc Brown up in here, man. I'm going back to the future. Great Scott. Hello. Come on now.
Exactly. And before we wrap up, just going to have a look at this here. This is the website. So lfcfights.com. That's where you can get all the information. $20. Fucking $20, man. That is nothing, you know, to sit at home and have a great night's entertainment as well.
Right. And for those that want to check it out, like Maurice just said, it's $20 on lfcfights.com. Start time for the show. If you're Eastern Standard Time, it is 10 p.m. Eastern. If you're in Cali and you're on the West Coast, if you're in Las Vegas, it's 7 p.m. Pacific. So, yeah, get yourself to lfcfights.com, buy the pay-per-view. If you're a VIP member, enjoy. But there's going to be a lot of stuff that's coming, and you don't want to miss this, man. With a hell of a main event like Selena and Katie Forbes, with the debut of Hot Stuff Holly Dunaway, with the debut of Ruby the Booty Vuitton and Ziva Faye, Monica Flowerbomb Garcia and Shay Lynn, Lauren the Animal Fogel, Jenny Bloody Valentine, the return of Danica De La Rouche, pro wrestler who we just saw recently on AEW on Dark and doing her thing. It's a good time. It's a good time.
Mike, absolute pleasure. We're going to catch up again soon, and thanks a million. And the next time I see you, I'll be on your side of the tracks on your channel.
Yes, you will, and I can't wait to have you back. It's always such a pleasure, and it's always such a privilege to talk with you, Maurice. Thank you so much.
Cheers, man. We'll talk soon.
Cheers.